Hello everyone. Today's topic is a string buffer and string reader. What is a string? A string is nothing but a sequence of character, which is used to store the character in a sequential manner in Java. We in Java we create a string by using a two ways, that is string literal and by using a new keyword. When we create a string by using a string literal, is stored in string constant pool that present in a heap memory. And when we create a string by using a new keyword, then it's stored in string constant pool and heap memory also. But the problem of string is that, and basically a string, when we create a string, we cannot update that string or we cannot change that string. This is basically a mutable concept. String is basically a immutable objects. We cannot update or we cannot change a string once it created. For example, we create a string like for example xyz. String s given a reference variable name is s is equal to xyz. Then string object is created in a string constant pool with a reference variable x, right? And at the same time we create a string, for example x is equal to xyz. Then the xy, for example, firstly we create a string x is equal to xyz and string x is equal to abc. Then the existing string was not changed, only the new object is created in a string constant pool with a reference point to the that abc, right? So that if we need a string that must be mutable or we can change the string, we use a concept of string buffer and string reader in Java. In string constant pool, the duplicate objects are not stored. When we try to store a duplicate element, then it not create a duplicate element. The reference variable will point to the existing object that are present in a string constant pool, right? And to avoid the immutable concept, when we just need to change a string, then we use a concept of string buffer and string reader. String buffer and string reader are basically used when there is a need for a string to be a change or to be a mutable at a runtime or for any reasons. For example, firstly we create a string using city of any employee, and there is a need to change a city, or update the city with is state also. Then there is not possible by using a string, so that we use a string buffer. String buffer are basically uh, thread safe, means no two or more threads simultaneously execute use a string buffer string. It is actually a slower, because it is a thread safe. It is actually a performance of the string is slow by default. It slower because when one thread accesses the string, then other thread will not access the string, so that the performance of the string buffer is automatically decreased. And second is string buffer are synchronized, means it locked the methods or lock the string. Whenever one string is used the string, then second is not used. So that purpose the string buffer lock that variables or reference variables, right? And come to string builder. String builder are opposite. String builder are not thread safe, so that the performance of the string builder are increased uh, than the string buffer, and it is not synchronized, or not synchronized also. All right. And the size of the string buffer is increased by default by 10 in Java. This is a mostly advantage of using a string buffer and string reader in a Java, because of mutable concept we handle a multiple string, or we handle a mutable concept by using a string buffer and string reader.